You watched a video last night dealing with combustion reactions. And that video, well, but before we get into that, let's talk a little bit, the notes that I have on the smartboard right now about this combustion reaction. What is combustion? What is combustion? It is a rapid chemical combination of a substance with oxygen involving the production of heat and light. Okay? So, it is a chemical combination with oxygen. A lot of the times, it's pulling oxygen from the air. Okay? If there would be a fire somewhere, what do they tell you to do? Okay? Well, stop, drop, and roll, yeah, but if you're on fire, okay? But they tell us here, if we have a fire, okay, to shut your doors and stuff when you leave on the fire drill. Why? If we are able to cut out the oxygen, does the fire still burn? No. Okay? So if we can cut out oxygen, we have no fire. So this combustion, okay? Could you consider it combustion when you take coal, put it on your grill and light it to fry up a steak or a burger? Would that be combustion? Do you have a chemical reaction? Yes. Is something being burnt? Yes. So it's drawing oxygen from the air. Do we have heat or light given off? Isn't that the whole idea? The heat to cook the steak? Yeah. Okay. Now, chemists recognize several fuels that are capable of acting as oxidants for combustion. Okay? These include oxygen and chlorine, fluorine, nitrous oxide, nitric acid, chlorine trifluoride. So, oxygen is not the only thing. I want you to be aware of that. Okay? Oxygen is not the only thing that will help oxidize these reactions. Okay? It's the one we're going to deal with. It's the one we're going to deal with. But there are many different fuels that are capable of doing so. Now, when we talked about a combustion reaction, on your help sheet it says, a hydrocarbon plus oxygen yields carbon dioxide and water. So, we've got the two same products for all of these combustion reactions. Okay? And that is carbon dioxide and water. So when I go through and I look, the very first one, propane. Have we ever heard of propane? Where have we heard of propane? Huh? Use it to burn stuff like what? Trash? That's not what I was thinking. But, huh? Your grill. Those gas tanks in your grill, what do you think they're filled with? Propane. Okay? Propane. So, propane is C3H8. So, when we have propane reacting in a combustion reaction with oxygen, what are my two products? Carbon dioxide and water. So all this is, and I told you on the video, all this is now it's going to be a balancing problem. We've got the reaction right there. Now we need to balance it. Now, when I'm balancing, I follow my balancing rules that we got long ago. that we got long ago, and that is I'm going to save my hydrogens, I'm going to save my oxygens for last. All right? So that only leaves what? Carbon. So I always start with carbon on these, folks. So I can see that right here I have 3 carbons, so I'm going to start off putting that 3 right there to balance up my carbon. Now all I have to do is figure out the rest of them. And I look and I say, okay, I'm going to save oxygen for very last because it's by itself. Okay, I'm going to save oxygen for last. It's by itself. I'm going to balance up this hydrogen right here. Okay, so I'm going to balance that hydrogen with the 4 over there. So now I have 8 hydrogens. I have 3 carbons. They are all balanced. If I have an even number of oxygens, I'm good to go. Do I have an even number of oxygens? I see 6. I see 4. That leads me to have 10. If I put a 5 right here, that should be a balanced chemical equation. What do you think? Not too bad, was it? Okay. Now, my next one here. Ethanol. You ever heard of ethanol? Ever heard of ethanol? What's ethanol? You guys got to get out more. Okay? Jacob? Huh? They're using this as an alternative. Okay? Haven't you ever heard of ethanol? They built a big ethanol plant on 75 heading towards Lima. Okay? If you're going north on 75, it's on the left of the road there. I don't think it worked out really good. Okay? But ethanol is a fuel. Now notice, what's the difference between this one? It's got that extra little O right there, doesn't it? It's got that extra little O that might be creating some havoc for me. Now, as I look at this, I know I'm going to get carbon dioxide. I'm going to get water, right? Where did I tell you to start at? Carbon, right? So, once again, I'm going to start with carbon. I'm going to put a 2 there. Putting that 2 there gives me balanced amounts of carbon. It'd be real nice if I could put a 3 here to get 6 hydrogens. Now, it'd be really, really nice if I could balance this baby up. And I can see that over here, I have 3 and 4, right? I have 7 oxygens. Man, that's pretty easy. That's pretty easy, isn't it? That should be balanced, right? Okay, that should be balanced there. So, basically, a combustion reaction, we know what the products are going to be, carbon dioxide and water. It's just a fact of balancing them out. Now, what I need you to do is I need you to look at your worksheet. Okay? Look at your worksheet that you have. I have to explain something to you because not all of those are combustion reactions. Okay, let me find where that actually is. Here's my combustion. Not all of these are combustion reactions, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? I'm ready to roll right up here. And it won't play nice with me. It won't open it up. Okay, let's look at these. Okay? Let's look at these right here. Number 1 says Coke, which is 90% carbon. 90% carbon is burned in excess oxygen. Now, this is a combination reaction. Your product will be carbon dioxide. Okay? So carbon is reacting with our oxygen to give carbon dioxide. Now, the second one there, look at the second one. It says carbon, the same as above, is burned with a limited amount of oxygen. When we have a limited amount of oxygen, the product is going to be carbon monoxide. Okay? So, those first two, there's going to be carbon and oxygen reacting, give you two different products. So make sure you make a note of what those products are. Now, number 3 and number 4 are also combination reactions. So you're not going to get into the combustion until you got ethanol right there on number 5. Okay? Now, some of these you're going to have to probably get on a computer and look up, because I don't expect you to know what pentane is, but can you Google it? Does it? Well, why does mine not? All right, well, I guess you don't even have to do that. I got an old worksheet up here. You got a newer one. I guess I got sick of having to look it up. But nonetheless, your homework is those 10 questions. And that's all.